Bug just flew in my eye, right? Last night, maybe the night before last, I had a dream. I was at this restaurant. It was a blend between like a Captain D's and Zaxby's. It was weird. Most of my dreams are weird, but they always tell me things about life. And I want to share this with you. So one of the things that I was thinking about is I was sitting at a booth, and across from me was a friend. I did not know her, but I knew her in my dream. She did not look familiar at all, but she looks familiar in my dream. And I felt like she was a great friend. And for some reason in this dream, I did not see her for quite some time. So we talked, we conversated, and we talked about a lot of things, trying to catch up on life. And she left me with her pad. It was like an iPad. And she walked away and she went and sat at a table with another couple. And somehow I felt like she was just some type of spirit that was moving through time, interacting with people. That's what I got out of that, right? The pad that she gave me, I looked at the pad and I pressed the button on the pad and a video began to play. This video opened up with my oldest daughter. It started with her as a child, as a baby. I can remember the first time I saw her, holding her in my hands, and it showed me that whole process. And then my daughter raised up out of my hands, and her face began to be the subject. I was so asphyxiated on her smile, her eyes, and her hair, because that's what I remembered in the dream. She transformed. If you can think of videos where you just transform from a child to adult, she just transitioned from a child to adult. I remember her hair when it was long and straight. I remember the puffballs. I remember her eyes sharing with me a smile, a joy, a pain and hurt, emptiness. Then I remember joy. And then I saw her as she is now, a full-grown woman, a beautiful mother, a beautiful queen. She is definitely one of my pride and joys. I have two others. But she walked away from me because she knew that I would cry after I watched it. And in my dreams, I tried not to, for some reason, not sure why. But even thinking about it, I'm still kind of watering up, right? Because I was left with this one thing that really touched my heart and touched my soul, was that as I recently had another year around this planet, over 50 years strong, I realized time is passing fast and quickly. Time is fleeting fast and quickly. And I realized that I'm not alone. So that's why I want to share it with you. Whether you are a parent, not a parent, whether you have a parent, whether you are just living in this life and you just watching time fleet by. You watching time just slip on by. Seize every opportunity. Even when it's rough and even when it's tough, embrace the moment that you're in, because they will be building blocks to your future. They will give you joy and they will give you pain, but at the end it will give you strength. It will give you endurance. It'll give you gratefulness to the part where you be like, I overcame certain situations. Happy times won't last long. Your babies, they won't last long. They get on your nerves, I get that, but just understand that they are precious and time is precious too. They are a gift from God up above. Take the time to love on them, care for them, because eventually they will become adults, and eventually that child that you remember will no longer be there. Same thing with your processes, whether you're going to school, whether you're learning a new skill, a new trade, whether you're working at a job, whether you're traveling, whether you're going to a destination. Just understand it won't last long. and all you left with are memories. So make those memories great and make them worth remembering, because right now you have the option to decide whether today is going to be your day as far as greatness, or whether it be a day of the same monotony over and over again. Because I'm telling you, life is short, life is precious, and we should hold on to these changing times, but don't get caught up in all the distractions to make you not understand how beautiful life is. Look around, be aware of the beautiful things that life shares. You know, this particular bush right here, this is a beautyberry bush. Is it beautiful? I think it is. It shows up with these berries once a year. They don't last long. Same thing with joy, same thing with pain. It don't last long. Embrace it, enjoy it, and harvest the beauty in life, because all we left with are memories. To all the people that I've come in contact with, whether it's virtually or whether it's in person, I appreciate our encounters, whether it was good or whether it was not so good, because you have shaped and molded a portion and a piece of my time in life. And with time, you have to cherish it, you have to protect your peace, and you have to protect your time, because it's something we can't hold on to, it's something we can't slow down, it's something we can't stop. But we all got it. And we all have to understand that it's precious, because time is all we have. Y'all be well, be blessed, and don't forget, whatever you do, don't forget to keep on growing. Grow. Till the next time, fam.